Yeah.
Or I can, if you want to be last one, what they prefer.
No, go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah.
You can vote on it if you want.
I vote for you, Tim.
Thank you very much.
Oh, brother.
We're in this together, right? White power.
Wait, is your app on?
It's on.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Was it on for all of them?
No,
Okay.
just mine. You'll be moralized. We're embarrassed, one or the other. Speaking of embarrassment, as you may be aware, when you're doing speaking and you get nervous or you get scared, quite often you have one of three different reactions. It's called freeze, fight, or flight. You heard of this? What's this? Experienced that a little bit time to time? Okay. When I first started as a speaker, I went through all three at the same time. Because first when I got up on stage, I would just freeze. And I think, if I just don't move, they're not going to notice me, and everything will be okay. And then just as quickly I realized, but once I started talking, they're probably going to look at me, and then that's kind of not going to work anymore. So I switched to the next one, right? Fight. Ready to take anybody on, wherever they were, whatever side they came at you, because you never know with an audience when they may rush you all at once. Now, Ken told me it's the official approved way, so I know now it's safe from all of you out there. And of course, afterwards, when everything's finished, it was just flight. It's like, boom, just gone. You ever see the Roadrunner? Like, beep, beep, boom, right? You people who haven't heard of the Roadrunner, just ask anybody with gray hair. They can explain it. Or ask Ken. Because he's a professor. He knows these things. So that was the situation every time. It was like this freeze, fight, flight situation. I kept thinking, this is not a good, healthy way to speak to people. And it was scary for me, and it was scary for the audience, and it just wasn't a good situation all around. So I thought, okay, gotta do something about this. Gotta get better. So what do you do if you want to get better, if you want to learn something, you want to develop something?
Practice.
Practice, yes. But you want to make sure you're practicing the right thing, right? Right? So you got to talk to somebody or get somebody who knows what the heck they're supposed to be doing. So I had to figure out who would know what to do on stage. So I thought, well, somebody who'd won the world champion in public speaking probably would know what to do on stage. Does it make sense? Yeah? Gina agrees. Okay. The rest of you are sleeping or tired or waiting for me to be more dynamic. I think that's what's happening. But I thought, okay, who would know it? Well, the person who won the world championship in public speaking was Craig Valentine. Craig Valentine. And I started becoming he became my virtual mentor. I got his DVDs and his CDs and his books and everything that he did and started studying through all of it. And if you go through all of that stuff, you can learn a heck of a lot. And then one day Craig announced a podcast or something, said, now I've got a book out called World Class Speaking. I thought, gotta get that book. Gotta get that book, because it's going to have everything I need to know about speaking. Be great. You ever have a book you're really looking forward to, you really want to get? Yeah, that was the feeling. So I gotta get the book, and I thought, okay, I just don't want to I could have just downloaded it, right? Just downloaded it. I thought I wanted to get a hard copy of the book, a physical book. So you were looking at me kind of blankly, like, what is this book thing you're talking about? I've never heard of this before. Well, again, ask someone with gray hair or Ken.
There's no hair.
I wanted to get a second book. So finally, I found a bookstore. Went in the bookstore, and there on the shelf was the book. A red paperback book with a spine said World Class Speaking. And I learned something that transformed my speaking forever. And when I came into the bookstore and I looked at the book, it was like the book spoke to me. It said, Tim, I have the secret of public speaking. I said, okay, book. What is it? I said, Tim, idiot, buy me and then you'll find out, right? So I bought the book. Started reading through it, and what it really explained very simply was something that actually touched the Speako thing. People have this idea about speaking as performance. Supposed to go up there and do grand things and do wonderful things. Supposed to perform dynamic vocal variety. Now, unless you can juggle, or you can sing or tap dance, you don't go too far with that. Because really the performance thing is speaking, unless you're really good at it, you're up there like, what am I doing? I can't juggle or tap dance or sing. Why am I up here? But the truth is, speaking doesn't need to be like that. Speaking can just be a conversation. You've had a conversation before, right? Done? Couple, one or two. And I've seen you having conversations just now, after the break. So if you just have a conversation with your audience, it makes things a lot simpler. It's just back and forth. You just simply address the audience the way you address anybody. And you've got a place for you talking, and they've got a place for their talking. Right? So there's that back and forth. It's simple. It's no pressure. And because you're just having a conversation, all of a sudden all the pressure slides off of you. Once I realized that speaking was just a conversation with your audience, I became more certain of myself, more aware, more confident. I can get up here and talk, because I can talk to anybody. It wasn't a big deal. I can talk in a conversation one-on-one. I certainly can talk in a conversation one-on-one with a bunch of people all involved in the conversation at once. And it transformed my speaking. It'll transform yours too. If you think of speaking as a performance, you get nervous or scared when you're up here, you're just focusing the wrong way. You're focusing yourself. Focus on your audience, what they're interested in, what their awareness is. Just simply focus out, have that conversation back and forth. Discover that the pressure slides off you. You're more certain, you're more aware, you're more confident. It's just the easiest thing in the world to get up and speak. Not a big deal. And before the time flies by and before you know it, you got a 5 to 7 minute speech in the can. No big deal. And people have learned something, they build and develop and grow in their lives. So if you're ever nervous, you're ever scared, you're worried about speaking, you really don't need to be. All you need to do is just create a conversation with your audience.